Welcome to Healing Shame with Jeffrey B. It is August the 4th where I am, and let's just get that reading on the screen for you. August 4th, spiritual, not religious. In ACA, we take a spiritual and not religious approach to healing the effects of being raised in a dysfunctional home. Big Red Book, page 76. The writers of the 12 Steps knew that even though we claim to be spiritual, the use of the word God could be controversial. When we hear the word God in our meetings, some of us feel comforted and some of us experience negativity and sadness. No matter what our reaction, it is important for us to remember that in ACA, we unite around a spiritual foundation that allows us to believe what we choose. Many of us grew up knowing a loving, supportive God, and many of us grew up with a punishing God. No matter what beliefs we had in childhood, we often found a different understanding as adults. In many cases, we continue to search for a path that feels comfortable. Spiritual, not religious, means that our fellowship recognizes there are many belief systems, and the cloak of spirituality allows us to be equals in our recovery. No one of us knows the right answer for anyone else. There is no one right way to believe, and we respect each other's differences, even while we unconditionally support each other. Here's our affirmation. On this day, while I seek to strengthen my spiritual belief, I practice tolerance for beliefs that differ from mine. Copyright 2013 by Adult Children of Alcoholics and Dysfunctional Families, World Service Organization. I'm in a little bit of a hurry today, so this might seem rushed. I apologize for that. I have a demo to do for a potential teaching job, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, regarding this reading, religion. When I was a kid, I grew up in a Judeo-Christian, Protestant, evangelical and reform home. At least that's how I was raised. That's how my mother and grandmother, that's how they wanted us to be raised. So we went to church, we sang in the choir, we did Bible school, Bible study, all that stuff, summer Bible vacation, whatever. But I never got it. I never felt connected to any of that. I didn't really understand Jesus. When I was in the pew, the preacher's up there talking, and my grandmother's over here nudging me and offering me candy to my, I was like, is this a playground? Is this serious? I didn't really know what to make of it. So, I was an overly sensitive kid uh, already, and plus, I was a lazy kid, like any kid. I didn't want to get up at 8 in the morning to go to church, and my mother didn't know how to force us to do things, so she just kind of let us. And then I think she would let us basically sleep in and then blame us. It's hard to remember everything, but I know it's a little fuzzy in my head. But I'm pretty sure that we didn't want to go, and she kind of blamed us for, you know, um, not going. I remember me and my younger brother being at church, and then all of a sudden my older brother was not there. I don't know where he was. He was involved in some other things like Boy Scouts and stuff too. But he really blazed a path in a lot of ways for me and what I believed and what I didn't believe. So he was quite influential in my life. And if he stopped going to church and believing in Jesus, God, whatever, I was going to follow suit. I was just a follower. And I was like his little pet project, basically. And I'm not blaming, I'm just stating facts. I was an impressionable kid. I was influenced easily. And so whatever he said kind of went. My mom wasn't emotionally available. She didn't really run the show. I was just following what my older brother did. And so basically, what happened is we moved away from that faith, or I did. We stopped going to church. Then the divorce came, and basically there was never any church again. It was over. And I had a little bit brief periods of time where I tried to renew my faith in God, Christ, tried to pick up Christianity again. It worked for short periods of time, but I never really could stick with it. Fortunately, none of that is a requirement in ACA or any 12-step program that I know of. This is a spiritual, not a religious program, meaning that I go in and I try to do some certain things and live by some certain principles, but it's very, very vague and nebulous, and it's very all encompassing. Any kind of religion can fit into this, or if you're not religious, it's open to the atheist, the agnostic, the whatever you want to believe or not believe. It's open for everybody, and that's the miracle of this program, is I don't have to follow any certain religion to come in here and get closer to a God of my misunderstanding, a higher power, a vague and nebulous, faceless God, absolute love, whatever this is, spirit of the universe. There's all kinds of different ways to name this higher power, but it is not religious, it is spiritual. Um, yeah, and that's very, very important for me. If it was about religion, I wouldn't make it, because I'm not somebody who can go into a religion, pick it up, boom, and start practicing. I don't have the discipline. I don't really have the desire. I just got back from Tibet, Nepal, and India. Talk about religious places, philosophical places. They are very, very hardcore in what they do and what they believe, and that is not me. I tried it, I thought about it, I explored it, but for me, I need something a little bit more loose and relaxed, and that's the concept of spirituality. And that works for me. I'm still sober today. I'm sober from alcohol, been that way for nearly 3 years, a couple months shy of 3 years, off of caffeine. It's been over a year, and I'm trying to stay emotionally sober. So something's working, whatever this vague and nebulous God is, this faceless God that I don't have to draw a picture of, this absolute love, spirit of the universe, Mother Nature, strong nuclear force that holds the atoms together. Um, doesn't matter. It can be different things on different days, but something's working, and I'll keep praying and keep doing my recovery one day at a time. So just remember, you don't have to be religious to get this. Just keep it vague and nebulous. I always like to refer to it as the AA God, because AA God puts all these cool little things like absolute love, creative intelligence, spirit of the universe, czar of the heavens, and all kinds of different things. New friend, um, you know, great reality. I mean, they have all kinds of capitalized words that can be your concept of God or higher power. And whatever our idea is, we just take that, and our consciousness of our belief will come to us as we stay in the program, as we work through things. So that's all I got today. I do have to go, and until next time, all the best and happy hunting with your spirituality.